whether it's up on the thing. Because this one I didn't do any scheduling, nothing. Nice. Trickle in. Y'all need your trickle in. Hang on, Let me sort this. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good. I can hear you. So, all right, guys, what's happening? Welcome. Trickle in, trickle in. So the Manchester United versus Crystal Palace game just finished. We're going to talk about it. We're going on live, so we can wait for you all to come in. So we'll give it like maybe 2.5 minutes or a couple of minutes for you guys to come in. So come on in, guys. Come on in, guys. What's up, man? Come on in. We got snacks. We got hot dogs. We got satay. We got nasi impit. We got what do you call that? The name eludes me now. The one they make with the tepung one. The one in the Pasar Malam always have. Shit. What do you call it? Apam balik. All them, man. We got tofu also, silky tofu here, but made
Silky
specialty tofu here.
tofu.
Home delivery. You know what I'm saying? Don't know, the Pasar Malam flirt. Hey, trickling, guys, trickling. Trickling. We're talking about Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Lots of things to talk about. Let me know your feedback in the chat, man. Let me know what y'all thought about the game. I'll try to get this mic right. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
dude,
See, the smile.
like, what's up, man? Like, dude, just for that, just for that, just because for that game and how Ralphie did, let me just play Ralphie's song for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of course, again, I'll play the wrong one, as usual. That's why I always, what's up, man? Hey, man, what a game! Let me just
Mm-hmm.
let me just take the stage here. Let me do my Stephen A. Smith. Let me just let me. I want to juxtapose and I want to have my say today about Ralph Ragnick. Okay, I want to talk about Ralph Ragnick today. Okay, now what a game, man! Like I was absolutely I was like, damn, like what in the hell is going on? It's like sudden have like a new set of plays
Mm-hmm.
and they are completely different. Like I'm taking stage right here. I'm gonna go nuts for what they completely. It's like the exact 360 transformation. We have like a whole new. Where did this number one? Where did these energy levels come from? We got here. Maguire kept chill out. Yeah. Exactly. We get so. Man, that first half was it started so incredible. The amount of pressing that was in there. I was like, yo, okay, like this. Okay, what's up? And then I thought from the Arsenal game coming into this game, they might be a little bit tired or whatever. I didn't see a bit disjointed, but yo, those they had that passing, they were pushing them left and right. Hey man, I'm gonna move you out, man. I'm going crazy. I'm going full Stephanie here, right, man. So it's like the passings left and right, the vertical passes, the side passes. Like every time they passed the ball to the left, there was another one in the middle. But let me just say this, huh? Did anyone notice right from the beginning there the way we set up was so wide? We had set ourselves up so I never seen the wing back standing, the right back and the left back standing so far. Like you see this window here. Last time we would stand there, was standing probably here. This time they were here, man. Like what's that? I need to get my yeah. Like this, right? Hugging the sidelines, and they were sending the balls. I was like, wow. Now we were making more space. We were doing more attacks. Everyone was getting involved. I was absolutely involved in that first half, man. I thought that was brilliant, man. Like
It was.
absolutely
It was.
superb and pushing. Okay, it's all
It,
yours.
it,
I mean, yours, brother, bro.
to be honest, right? The first 5 minutes itself actually showed quite a lot of difference, a big difference actually. To be really, really, really honest, huge difference. If you look at it, right, to the extent even certain time of the game, you can actually see Lindelof playing more as a center midfielder. If you notice how far in front was he, and at times if when Maguire goes up, Lindelof will stay back. The how the team push forward and how the team presses, how the team control the game. The key word is control. I think during the press conference a few days ago, Ralph was saying that he needs to control the game, and my God, control they did.
But did you think
Every
like what
Yeah.
Jeremy said here? He said like here the in the first half it looked like they were winging it the first half. I thought they seemed more in control, Jeremy. Like honestly, I thought that first half they seemed like they were more into it. They kind of knew what to do and they were playing very free. One of the
Mhm,
guys even remarked and said that Lindelof was playing better, and I felt that because
mhm.
he was in front a lot, and when he lost the ball in front, he somehow knew where to stand or to cover and to win the ball back. Where I think previously it
Ah,
would be like if you lose the ball, you run back and cover. So I honestly
yeah.
thought, Jeremy, let me know, like winging. Oh,
No,
hang on, he's hang on. Let me get
it's the
winging it the right way.
wing play.
Oh, homeboy, I got you wrong. My bad, homeboy. I got you, but you got me riled up though. You got me riled up. You got me doing my best Stephen A. Smith today.
Mhm.
Junson, what a fantastic. We're going
Yeah. The
first
thing
half and
is,
second half, huh? So we'll get to that. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
mm, no, what I think is because we've been getting shit so long, right? We haven't been playing so well, so everything we feel that it felt a little bit negative, but today it was positive, man. It was positive. It meant in a good way. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
It
you're
was
right. Yeah.
positive. It was positive from the get go. You look at the way they play. I mean, you look every time when they lose the ball, there's always someone coming up to back up to lock in. You see, to lock in the other players. And then the
Yeah.
thing is, when they attack, like you said just now, they were so wide that when they push up to the extent, even the center defenders are pushing up to the extent that they're giving a lot of support. And there isn't a time that you don't see a red shirt or a red jersey empty in the field, if you
And
notice.
yeah, and the question is right. Before this, they were afraid to spread the thing because they were worried that they were letting in a lot of goals. How come today they spread the game so far? Like at one point, you will see Lindelof standing at least like I don't know 30 feet away from Harry Maguire. And I was like, wow, this is really wide. And then so that means this time it seems like Fred and Scott McTominay might have given certain instructions on how to drop back and stay or
Mhm,
something, man, because they were so wide. Like how many times we saw Harry Maguire and Lindelof in the second half,
mhm,
in the second quarter of the field so many times. They basically were camping there, I think, for like easily about 10 minutes of the first half. I was just
mhm,
blown, man. I was like, hey, how come y'all can play at least? Then before this, you didn't play. So basically, what did he do? Did he just expand? Did he just expand the play and tell them, look, you guys are attacking style players. So let me just put you one on each side and then you guys go and attack. Number one. Number two, because I think these two fellas haven't been playing much. Teles hasn't been playing much. Dalo hasn't played much. So they're fresh. So one Bisaka playing right back with those the duties. Okay, I have to track back, I have to defend, all that.
mhm.
These fellas like, yo, I think today is like just go out and play.
Just go out and
Don't you
play.
think?
I
Yeah,
think
totally
that's the
contrary. I
way.
agree with you, Matthew.
And the thing is, if you look at it, right, every pass, even in the first 5 minutes, every pass there is a reason and there is an intention and there is a direction. You see, when they pass anywhere, all right, there's a reason one. And if you notice, they always do that triangle pass. If you notice that
Yeah,
back pass,
yeah.
1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. That is how we supposed to play, and that is how actually we wanted to play the one-touch football. And today I wouldn't say they perfect it, but today they did it right. They did it right.
Gion, let me know in the comments why do you think I'm trying to figure out why it was that they couldn't do this before. Now today they were doing it. Like Junson said, we were messaging also like, hey, how come they seem to be like okay, they do that triangle thing, but they seem to be getting the ball again. Number one, yes, admittedly it is Crystal Palace. You know, we're not talking about Chelsea, Liverpool, or Arsenal, or Leicester, but at the same and City. But at the same time, how come today they were playing so nice? Okay, look, let's talk. Okay, yeah. So we're still on the first half. So that first half, yeah, we were seeing them switch a lot. And Gion,
And
why do you think that
Ron-
is, bro? Before I jump to the second half,
and Ronaldo was pressing. So whoever was saying Ronaldo doesn't press,
I thought he was, man. I thought at first he was pushing, and then this time, right, this time he was watching his teammates also pushing with him. Man, I thought it was brilliant. Okay, so let's move on to the, okay, what was, okay, let me see, Matthew. First half was totally playing in Palace half. Yeah, correct, yes. Even the defenders. Second half seemed to be
They
open a
just
bit.
yeah, Palace
Maybe
couldn't
players
get out of
starting
their
to be
half,
tired.
and that itself makes I think everyone was so happy to see that because it's been a while. It's been so long we have not seen the MU team, camping in the opponent's half and causing them to go into panic mode. If you notice, the Palace players were panicking. Every pass they make a mistake, and we are forcing them to make that mistake. And we are when they make that mistake, it gives us more chance to actually score or they create a chance to score a goal. If you notice how many chances we had in the first half, I mean, you can see it's coming together. I really hope that this is not the false dawn. I really hope that this is the new dawn. And I have to say, I have to give it to Ralph.
Hey,
He walked the talk.
Dion said the reason why they did well because of the directions from the boss. Because today they got directions from the boss, so new boss, players also want to impress him. It's like the pressure on the
Mhm.
players. That's true. Probably this, especially for the wingback, for like guys like Lindelof and all that. I think today was a day to prove yourself. Okay, let's
Oh, yep.
move on to the second half.
Mhm.
Just talking about the second half, brother. The first change was made in the. Let me get this up. Hey, thanks you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you could give me a like and subscribe, that'll be awesome, man. Now, the first change was made in the 75th minute. No, hang on. Okay, I lost it. Yeah, never mind. Second half, we
Mhm.
came in. I thought we started with that same pace. Okay, as the things were going, I think making that first change in the 60th minute was so decisive. I was like, man, this is fantastic. Okay, he decided to take Sancho out, put Greenwood in at this moment. Boom.
Mhm.
Greenwood looked a little bit rusty. He tried a few shots here and there, whatever. He was a bit off. Hang on, let me move Steven here. Steven, first 20 odd so minutes was delightful to see. Second half with nerve wracking.
Yep.
Are you, man, that thing trickle across the goal,
that
and I
that
felt
they gave me almost a heart attack.
3 years
Yeah.
go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Freaking
gone.
fuck.
I was
I mean,
supposed to leave until maybe
I thought
73. I went
we're back
70.
to square one. Yeah, I thought we were back to
Yeah,
square one.
the
I was like,
phone just like yo, bro. It's like if there's some wind, in England it's always very windy. If there's a strong wind, that the wind would have scored the goal. They would have put the goal there. One, Manchester
mhm,
United. Two, win. Sorry, wow, Crystal Palace one win. That would happen. Man, that had me going lah. They seem to
mhm,
have lost a little bit of the shape in the second half. Maybe they were thinking to hold the ball. I'm not sure what the instructions were, but during
mhm.
that last, maybe I'll say last 15 minutes, yeah, my balls were somewhere else also. So yeah,
Yeah,
now in the second half, we made
balls
the
and
first
heart,
change
man.
straight up. Yeah. So now the
He went to balik. My balls was here and my heart was
okay, now let me see
Mhm.
the changes here. I remember the first one was Greenwood. The second one was where is it? Bruno, right?
Yep.
Sancho, no. Hang on, give me one sec. Yeah, it was Greenwood, and then Ilanga came in
Ilanga
for
came in for
Rashford.
Rashford.
So
Yeah,
Ilanga
Rashford.
came in for
Yeah.
Rashford. Now, Ilanga. Oh my goodness. Guys, Vincent, talk to me about Ilanga for a bit. Let me get this caption up.
This kid can play. This kid can play. I mean, we seen him play. I mean, earlier in the season when he came on, and you can see that there is a lot of hype about this kid, and the hype is actually quite true. And you see the way he plays. This boy, he plays with brains as well, and he got the skills to do it as well. He reminds me of the young Rashford. I mean, I'm not saying that Rashford is old. Rashford is still actually very young. I think he's 22, but he looks like the Rashford when he first came into the MU squad back then in 2016. 2016. Yeah, he reminds me a little bit about that. But I think this kid got a very big future in this team. And I can see that by Ralph picking him in this first match, that means a lot. That means a lot, you know. I'm looking
I'm
forward to see.
thinking. Well, I wonder what he saw in Ilanga in the training pitch. Like this is what this is what you mean when you get a clean slate. I guess this boy must have been training his butt off,
Mhm,
I think he somehow already impressed him to come in and play in the second half, even when it was only 1-0. I was like, hey, no, when it was still 0-0.
mhm.
So
And he was the
Ralph,
first, yeah,
Second
to
substitution.
replace to replace Rashford. That is actually a very big thing as well. I feel
Yeah, yeah.
becoming
So I'm wondering, like, for a coach to bring Ilanga in instead of anybody else in that second half in that front
Mhm.
forward role. I was, bro. Kainge Ilango is in the house, guys. What's up? All the estates in Malaysia were all rejoicing today because they had their one Ilango who was playing for Manchester United today. That name is ticked off because, like, I mean, you look like Liverpool had several Indian players play before.
Mhm.
Can you name them? Do you know them? The
No
Indian players from
idea.
Liverpool. You don't know the most famous one?
Which one? Sorry, I don't pay attention to Liverpool players. Not like how Liverpool
Cinema
fans pay
Pongole,
attention, but
Florence Cinema Pongole. He was the first Indian to ever play in the Premier League. He played for Liverpool. So, like, now, the real Tamilans, the original Tamilans, today they can be very proud to say, "What the heck? Damn, man! I just got a message there in the thing there. Nick, HD, what?
what the heck?
We're getting famous. Yes, we're getting famous. Let's go trickle in, guys. Go all kinds of nonsense. What the heck? So yeah, um, Ilanga coming in to try and make a difference was kind of amazing. Like, I never would have thought that he would come in and play
Mhm.
forward nonetheless to be able to come in and then play with Ronaldo and Bruno and
Ronaldo.
all that. Yeah, I was
Yep.
like, hey, not bad. So maybe he was supposed to come in and give them a little bit of an injection
Yep.
of pace. That's what.
Youthful Spurs. To give. I think the
Oh,
thing is, yeah,
preseason.
yeah, he impressed. Actually, he is the one that Oli picked in the early season to be one of the players to emerge. This season he felt it was this season that he's coming out, and he. I mean, I remember that first goal he scored. It was really good. I think against which
Yeah,
team was he playing?
the header. It was a
No,
yeah.
that was no, that was Diallo. That was Diallo.
Oh, yo, that
Uh,
was Diallo.
um, I can't remember which team he played against again. I really can't
Gion, you
remember.
remember? Gion. Gion,
But
maybe
that
remember. Mm.
that shot, that shot, it was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. So,
Steven,
yeah,
sorry, go ahead, Jinsen.
yeah. And so the thing is, if you look at it, right, um, because we played so many games back to back, and I'm pretty sure by now. That's why I was very surprised when I saw they named the same lineup. Remember when we did our lineup a few days ago, and I was saying that this team they've been playing back to back games since the Chelsea game, then against Arsenal, and then against Crystal Palace, and we can see how physical and how fast this Crystal Palace team is, and I'm pretty sure by then the players are bushed. They are freaking tired. I'm pretty sure they're tired. Okay, I think that's the reason why he brought in Ilanga as well, because Ilanga haven't been playing for a while. So I think he got a really he's pretty fresh, most likely.
Instead of Lingard, though, bro, think about it.
Yeah, instead of Lingard, I'm actually quite surprised.
Huh.
Lingard didn't come in.
Steven, I agree with you, by the way, though. I thought Dalo with more games because I think he's not as tired, eh? Fantastic. Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with you. He'll definitely keep Bisaka out. When we play more attacking, he has to get a better defensive. But man,
Mhm.
somehow there's some nice chemistry going on. Dalo is what, Argentinian?
Portuguese,
Portuguese. Teles is Argentina.
Oh no, Telles is Brazilian.
Brazil. So we got a Brazil and a Portuguese. And not bad,
Mm.
huh? So we got
The
three
Portuguese
Portuguese
speaking
playing
team lah.
today, huh?
We
Nice.
got
So
three
there seems to
Portuguese
be
playing.
three
We
Portuguese
got
playing. So there
we
seems
got five
go ahead.
Portuguese speaking players playing today.
quite
We
a
two
quite a
two
lovely
Brazilians
connection.
and three Portuguese, man. Not bad.
Man, I think all of them, they have the
hmm
Konoha spirit.
hmm
You all see this bamboo thing here? This is the Konoha spirit, bro. Welcome to the show, man. Anybody here? Welcome to the show. Really love your coming and hanging out with me, man. Let's see
hmm
what is this here. Haha, tak ingat Dion. Fail, Dion. By the way, I am liking that. You see, bro, I have said everyone was hating on me. They say, "Oh, this fellow is not good. Look at him, man of the match, Shaw or like, Shaw is better and all that." I was like, okay, yes, but I always felt in my heart Teles was good because every time I watch the Champions League games and I watch how Teles plays, I'm always impressed. I love those crosses in. How many times did we see superb crosses coming in, man? We were
Today,
putting this
especially, yeah.
defense under so much pressure
From the right,
today.
from the right
You
and from
know,
the left. Dalot is also doing
boom,
quite well.
boom,
You saw that
overlapping
amount of,
runs.
yeah, the overlapping
Yeah,
runs and that part, the crossing, Dalot and Teles. I think they are doing really well. They're doing well. And
yeah,
I'm also very surprised that Rashford is playing on the right and Sancho is playing on the left. And you saw how invigorated Sancho is today. My God, that guy was just cutting left and right
yeah.
non-stop. I'm
Sancho
surprised. I
played
thought
well
he's going to
today.
be freaking tired, but my God, today the team, it really impresses me. They really impresses me.
Yeah, I felt I think Sancho is having some problem with his fitness, which is why at this point he's playing and then excuse me being sub playing sub.
Hmm.
Yes, because like Ralphie said, that there's so much firepower up front, so we need a lot of them to play, which is good. So you got a lead or you don't have a lead, you make a change. You know,
Hmm.
gotta make a change.
And not to
Okay,
mention, not to mention the open play. Look at their set play as well. I remember the first corner kick. You saw the short corner that they took. The Rashford rush to the
yeah,
corner, then he
yeah,
passed, and
kind of botched it a
Teles
little
was
bit, but
yeah,
yeah,
Teles
he
was
was
waiting out
shooting.
there because we know that Teles had a very sweet left foot, and he was waiting there, nicely setting up, waiting, and he was open. Pass to him, and he whacked.
And that's
Quite
one
sad
thing
that he
Shaw
didn't
doesn't
enter.
have, bro. That shooting, huh?
Hmm, hmm. But the
That
thing is,
shot.
but the
Yeah.
thing is, apparently Shaw is the one of the best finishers.
Mm.
That's why
You
when he
know,
scored that goal in the World the Euros, no one was surprised because even Oli was saying he's not surprised. He's not surprised because he's seen him do it every day in training. Shaw is actually quite a good finisher. So um, I think everyone is going in on a clean slate, and this is going to be very interesting to see how he picked when everyone is back.
so now once Mason Greenwood came in and then he was trying to find his feet. Now let's talk about the goal. 80th minutes, right? Double check. Sorry,
Mhm.
just give me a second. Hey, thanks you all for joining me, man. Really awesome, man. This is some good stuff.
77 minutes.
L-
77
Let
minutes.
me 75 minutes, Fred, 75
Mhm.
minutes. Now it all
Mhm.
came about because they were attacking, they were pushing. Ball came a little bit to Greeny. He was running in. He managed to get like three or four defenders in front of him. Nice pass, he was off balance, kind of, a little left leggy thingy. Now Fred tried something similar last time against Chelsea, right?
Mhm.
The same little passy thing and then this little chippy thingy. He tried it against Chelsea when at a point when I think Bruno and Ronaldo were on the left, he should have crossed it to them. He did some stupid shit when he was like when Chelsea the defender lost the ball to him in their half. What? Today he got the ball, managed to somehow, he had maybe like a split second or a second longer to think. I mean, he had long time to think about it there. In this game, he had less time to think about it. And he measured it really nicely over the goalkeeper from where he was
Mhm.
with his right leg.
With his right leg, exactly. I,
I'm like mind blown, man. I was like, whoa. Man, I was off my chair for sure, but I was absolutely surprised. Like, wait, damn, look at that, man. He's really wow. He got the goal, and
I think
I
with
was
all
like,
the
man,
stick that he's been getting over the last few months, I think this was a good relief, man. A
what do y'all
good
think
relief.
about Fred? Like, guys in the chat, it's like Fred, the savior now.
I wouldn't put it as the savior, but he looks like a whole different player. La. He looks like the 50 million that we paid. La. He looks all the 50 million that we paid for him la, at the moment. He's all over the pitch. He's hustling. He's tackling. I mean, I wouldn't say his passing is that great, but he looks like all the 50 million that we're paying so far.
Here we
So far.
come to save the day. We join a mighty mouse and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred has arrived at Manchester United finally. On minute 24 today, on Cousin Roy's Talking Manchester, Fred has finally arrived today on the 5th of December,
Mhm.
the 5th of December on 2021. Ladies and
Mhm.
gentlemen, welcome to the show. Fred scored a goal. We won the game. Incredible. Everybody's favorite person to shit on, Fred, scored the winning goal, guys. Did you ever find a day that this will happen in the Premier League? Well, maybe against Crystal Palace, you say, okay, la, lucky la. No, not really. We had several shots on goals which were very poor. We couldn't get our feet right or whatever. The Crystal Palace had very good shape. I got to give it up to them. The Crystal Palace guy played well today. They held their shape no matter how, with so many attacks coming again after again, and they couldn't have been prepared for the way we were playing today. Nobody could have prepared for the way we were playing today because it's new manager and new style. We had so much energy, but Fred came and scored a goal. So you see, if you look at the entire context, right, of things, hang on, Fred is underrated. Yeah. So MVP, M, MVP Fred, even though his stamp, yeah, almost broke his Achilles in the last game. So you see, what I'm saying is like the Manchester United teams of old, right, in the past, every time they had a team like this set up, we had like an Anderson, Roy, we had who else I'm missing out here? Of course,
Carrick,
Scholes and all that were always there.
Hargreaves.
Carrick,
Mm-hmm,
Hargreaves, yes, fantastic. I love the in
mm-hmm,
midfield also, in the left right back also. So these were the guys that and the Parks. So these were guys who were always there and like didn't really do shit, but the club was winning. So now the club is not winning, and yeah, Fred is a terrible passer. You could see in that
Fletcher,
game
yes,
also, like
Fletcher.
Fletcher. Thanks, brother. And he they John O'Shea, but I think John O'Shea I put him more as a back, right?
Mm-hmm,
So like he cannot pass very well, and that's a problem. Like that really world class passing. I saw so many times in the second half when he was trying to get the pass in front of of Crystal Palace D box, where the pass was just heavy, man. It was just a heavy
mm-hmm,
pass. Get the ball, boom, guys free, boom, kick it him quickly. Very heavy pass. Bruno has touch. Pogba has touch. Teles has touch. These are guys I feel who have lovely touch in their passing. Ronaldo, fuck man, don't
mm-hmm,
even talk. Ronaldo's everything for me. Okay, it's like if you're angry, I didn't include Ronaldo because Ronaldo's everything. So he doesn't have good touch, doesn't have that nice. Even Tommy is a better passer than Fred.
mm-hmm,
So what I saw today, he gets a lot of the ball, no doubt. So that's why he got all that slack, all that shit. So even if he scored a goal today, do you guys think that Fred is now the savior of Manchester United and then now his value is there? I know some of the guys even in our chat, like even Suraj just asked us in the previous show, like so his role was good and because he was missing and then we let him 5 goals in Liverpool, right? So what do you guys think, man? Let me know. Like, is Fred now redeemed? What do you think, Newton?
like I say
Thanks,
again, I
thanks,
feel that
yeah.
yeah, I feel that he's starting to show why we paid 50 million for him. Um, simply, I mean, I wouldn't say he's a great passer, but if you see just now his play, his running, his positioning, he's literally all over the pitch in a good way. Okay, not in a bad way. And like I say, he's been playing a lot that 1-2 pass. He's giving some relief for McTominay, giving some relief for Bruno, especially when they get in a tight position. You see, he's always there to support. So he will be that extra man for them to give it the pass. And you realize when they pass to him, he will immediately pass to someone else. As I said, that triangle that they've been doing, that the one touch triangle passing that they've been doing. So he will pass them, pop, 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 pop. So if you notice, he's doing that. But of course, occasionally he decided to, try to be a little bit more Hollywood lah. So he tried to do that long pass and all those things, which at times didn't
So
work.
how now?
Mhm.
Do you think he can? Do you think he warrants his stay like longer after this goal?
Um, Too early to
Guys, let
say,
me know in
but
the chat as well.
yeah, too early to say. But if you look at it in the last, actually, to be honest, since Carrick took over, he looks like a different player. I think they finally found a way to unlock what he can do, and you cannot rely him as a sole defensive midfielder. And if you notice, he's pushing higher up, and I think he's doing very well in that position as well. Not
Okay,
not
here's
too deep
where
inside behind. Mhm,
I gotta disagree because I think right the way we're playing now this 4-2-3-1 the way they were set up right with the
mhm,
three in front and one Ronaldo there. I think that position where Fred is at Fred's age he's not. I forgot. You can help me check that. Check out
mhm,
how old Fred is. I feel in that position where Fred is, right? Tomine is
mhm,
a tall guy who's rough and tough, so he can still hold. He can hopefully get his headers better because he's not a very good header and has maybe a slightly better balance, but not world class balance. Fred balance, I would call into question. I feel when he goes and tackles a player, when he goes to go and attack a guy, try to hold the guy off. More often than not, it seems very clumsy. I have
mhm,
seen guys who are better. What I want to see in that position is I want to see Donny Van de Beek in that position. I want to see him run until his lungs are busting, and I want to see whether he can do that. Now, because somehow I feel watching the few games lately with him playing, he
mhm,
seems to have better balance. He seems to have more. He seems to be more coordinated on his feet. Passing wise, I want to see a bit more. I feel it's okay because I feel like a player needs to get into that grind in order to know how to get that passing and all that well. So it's almost that I'm almost at that point where I am wishing at sometimes that hopefully maybe Fred has a little knock here and there where he has to sit out the game where we are almost forced to play Donny. So if he makes a mistake, let him make the mistake now. See, when we got De Gea, when we
Mm-hmm.
got for the first 2 3 years, he was shit until Vidic will get so angry at De Gea and like, turn, look at him, man. What the hell you doing, man? We're leading 2-0 now. We're 2 all now because you're doing stupid shit. But we stuck with him. He did well. Donny's already 20 something. If you're not letting him play, we won't know. So we're continuing to stay with the person who's tried and tested because when it comes to playing in the big games and all that, experience is a lot. These big stadiums, he's there. But I'm thinking, throw all that bullshit out the window. Try and
Mm-hmm.
see whether you can ask Donny, can you play that role or not? Donny's going to say, oh, no, no, I don't want to play. I only want to play attacking. I want to be in front. I don't think he will. I think I want to
I
see
don't
him there
think
because
he will.
Fred
Yeah.
is very clumsy. So I have to digress towards what you said just now. I feel that so my point was even after this today's game, even
Mm-hmm.
though Fred scored this goal, yes, it was a very lovely weighted ball. I felt he was very very involved in the game today, more so than
Mm-hmm.
McTominay. I still want to see that change. I still want to see somebody who's able to make, like I said in our chat group, you see those few long balls that didn't make it. I want to see someone who can make those. Some of those through balls or those through passes. I want to see someone who can make those. So that's where I'm at with this Fred. I feel, what do you think?
He's 28-year-old, by the way.
Fred's still young. The
He
other
he's
fellow's
reaching his
23, right?
prime lah. Yeah, Donny is, I think, yeah, 23. Donny is 23.
Mm.
Okay, let me check. Let me check. Let me check.
Yeah. So,
Donny
so, gu-
is
l-
24.
l-
24.
so yeah. So guys, do you guys think like Fred is like the Fred is like? Do you think Fred warrants his place in the team if in future matches, or do you guys feel like you guys want to see Donny Van de Beek more? Let me know in the chat. So watching Ralph games, watching the match today, it seems like there seems to be some invigoration, some recalibration. I think mindset wise, there's something different. I think there seems to be a weight lifted off their shoulders in some sense where some players maybe were not sure what was going on. Now it seems a little bit more free, where in other sense, it seems like players are grabbing the chances that are in front of them because they are showing in training that that guy's been playing a lot and he's very tired. I haven't been playing at all and I'm fit. So now I've made myself into the Arsenal game. It warrants me playing again. So the coach can actually assess the players that play the Arsenal game. So there's a lot of data now. My German friend is going to take back so much data today. He's going to build a brand new car. So now he's going to take all these, go home and analyze it. In training, he's going to have a few more days because let's see, Manchester United next game, if I'm not mistaken, is New Norwich. It's next game is against Young Boys, and that's our time on Thursday, 4 a.m. So the
Mhm.
next game is against Young Boys at 4 a.m. Okay, hopefully I can go live after that. But we already qualified, so I hope in this game we play the guys who don't matter. Play the others or
Those
whatever.
that
So the
needed
next
the
game
game
is
lah. Those
yeah,
that
in the
needed the
games
game.
game. So the next game that we are playing is against Norwich, and that's on the 12th on Sunday. So we have we have a week's rest. We can do all the training we want. We can do all
Mhm.
the assessment. We can do all the brainwashing and whatever passing. I saw today after 2 days or less than 48 hours how much change this man has brought. I'm
Mhm.
amazed because we kept a clean sheet. So all of you in fantasy who dropped your guys, drop Shaw, whatever, and we Shaw didn't play, so whatever lah, we kept our first clean sheet. So now we got that to think about. Number we never kept a clean sheet in a long time, but many keep a clean sheet, and we won the game at home. Probably should have won it more, but let's be grateful. We haven't really been doing very well. The next game is away, so this would be a test.
Mhm.
So, what do you think, man? I think the game against young boys, they should play the guys that don't matter. Rest is Ronaldo, Bruno, and all that, or even don't even, or it's a home game. Okay, so just chill, play the guys that you don't need to play, and then let's smash Norwich.
I have a feeling he's going to do that because he's going to use the young boys game to assess more players as well, to use up his new formula. If you notice, just now they didn't even play 4-2-3-1. You notice he actually was playing his favorite 4-2-2-2
The 4-2-2-2.
because you see Rashford and Ronaldo was actually up front. Then you can see that Bruno and Sancho was actually slightly below, and then Fred and McTominay was actually all the way at the bottom. So when every time they push up, remember yesterday when I showed you the lineup, they push to the side. it goes up, it goes diagonal instead of like that. Then it slowly goes like that. Then the defense will push up as well. So it becomes like a two layer when they attack up front. So it becomes a very solid attack when they move up. So that is actually one system. Then I was looking just now at the first 5 to 10 minutes. I was like, wait, whoa, there's something interesting. Then after that, you've noticed towards later in the first half, they are actually very narrow in the center. It was very tight in the center, but because of the wing back going up, it becomes very wide. And then when they are playing, when they're crossing the ball across the field, you will notice always either Teles is very open or Dalot is always very open. They are always open because everything was concentrated in the center. And the center, they were doing that triangle pass. They're actually, in a way, confusing the Crystal Palace players as well and forcing them to making mistake. And then when they make a mistake, there's always one guy open to pass to. That's why if you notice, that's why Dalo and Teles can whip in their crosses from deep. And that's something very interesting to see at the moment.
Yeah, this whipping the Marshall, my guy, so man. I've always rated Marshall quite highly. I feel that we've never used him very well. I felt that everyone blamed him for things not working out, and then he had this stupid company. Marshall had a company he wanted to launch when they gave him number seven, and then Ibrahimovic came, and then I think Ibrahimovic took so that one went to shit. And then he broke up with the childhood sweetheart, had another girl, then had a child, then he had run-ins with Mourinho. People always said that he didn't have his head in the game. I don't think so. I think Marshall is class. I think Marshall is a
Mhm.
real, very classy player, and it's a waste that we're not using him or we are losing him. I got to do a show about players that we might lose and in January, but hopefully I'll do that for Christmas. So looking at overall on that game there, I think it was really nice. I think we really pressed. I think there seems to be some kind of we were playing like a
There were a
well-oiled
system, yeah.
machine.
There were a
There were
proper system in
cogs.
place,
There
yeah.
were certain things like you could see the guys do the pass before the player is arriving for the ball. Before that, we needed to see, okay, where is he first before we pass the ball. Okay, he's there, let's pass the ball. There he's here, let's pass the ball. Okay, let's give it to him, let's see what he does. You see someone making a run, okay, let's pass. There wasn't much telepathy, wasn't much sync. So today it seemed like, okay, if you are attacking from the left hand side, when you pass the ball to the guy on the left, okay, you run here and then the other fellow will be here, he will be there. So it's kind of amazing to actually get it done in a few days. I don't think he was actually here for only 48 hours. I think he was probably here earlier, trying to instill something a little bit here and there. The game against Arsenal probably a little bit was there, but it was messy. I respect the players. If just say there was some kind of information given and they had to implement it during the Arsenal game when you were still having the visa problem, that was okay. Wow. Then you look at today's game where there was more order, more cohesion, and you're like, okay, wow. So in, let's just say, 4 or 5 days, Ralph Ragnick has come into the team and made this many changes, affected the team in such a way. I'm like, wow, okay, good shit. I don't want to get too carried away. I'm thinking, okay,
Mhm.
because big day, we don't have. I mean, good for us, good for Ralphie. So we have games against Norwich on the 12th, Brentford on the 15th, Brighton on the 18th, and then the next game is 10 days later, Newcastle United. That one will be
Mhm.
an interesting one. And then another one on the 31st. So we got games coming thick and fast, man. Like
Mhm.
3 games per week. Things are getting heavy. If you look at of him wanting to test anything out, okay lah, hopefully good lah, test against these teams. Not to say they're easy, Brentford and Brighton not easy. Newcastle maybe because they're still a mess, even though yeah they won at home against Burnley. But I'm still not. I'm still feeling that if he wants to make any changes, these are the games that he could do.
Mhm. He got a good stretch of games actually, to be honest. And I and if he can actually get good results in this stretch of games until the new year, we are seeing a potential return to the top four. We are seeing a potential return to the top four if he gets the result that um against this few side lah. I mean, look at it. Norwich, they are struggling massively at the moment. Brentford, their bubble burst already. If you look recently, their results haven't been going very well. Brighton may be a very tricky. Brighton and Newcastle may be a very tricky one. Because Brighton has been playing quite well of late as well. Of course, recently they were starting to draw a little bit. They stagnated a little bit, but again, we should not write them off because they are where they are based on merit as well. And Newcastle, whether they are pulling themselves back together with them, or I would say million, the billions that they have backing their team. So we will it will be very interesting to see, in the next few games how Ralph can actually reinvigorate the team and actually introduce the entire system to these players. And these are the teams I think he can actually like experiment on the players that he may actually want to put in his first 11.
Now I want to talk about something. Let me hang on. Hey, tickling guys, share, like, share all that good stuff. I need 200 subscribers. Woo! Okay, hold on. I'm getting the caption up. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Pressing all kinds of buttons.
But if you notice something just now, one thing I noticed very clearly, Kieran McKenna is still there.
I know
Um,
he's standing there like
yeah,
a clown, and then
but
this fella is trying to give me
the
advice. I was like,
the whispering
okay,
has been gone. They're not
yeah.
talking like
There
proper.
was no clipboard. I think he told him get the clipboard and shove it. Now, okay. So
I'm the
now,
one that
guys,
hold the clipboard,
man, ain't
not
gonna be no
you.
clipboard. I'll take the bulldozer and run over them. Now we gotta talk something serious now. So
Yeah.
he has seen this clown here, Pogba, guy I really, really like, but lately I'm just done with the whole money grab and greed. So, and indecisiveness. So, this clown now here must be thinking if Ralph is probably not someone who is like to pander to players with high needs. Pogba is how old is it? Let me check, see the thing and the contract. What it's not. So
Mhm.
Pogba has a high contract, one of the highest players in Manchester United. He has been looking for 400 to 450,000 pounds a week as a new contract for 5 years. Usually they sign 5 years long term contract, so they
Mhm.
guarantee that money. If they're sold, they make a cut from the transfer price, and they have that big contract that goes along with them
I
to the
think they
next
have
club,
this
or they can go
loyalty clause as
higher.
well. This loyalty
Sorry,
clause as well,
yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
yeah. So he's probably getting paid about 300,000 now, or so. So he wants another big contract. How old is Pogba, bro?
Pogba, I think he's 28 this year.
Okay, so he's 28 now. Ralph already said he prefers players in their first year, second year contract, players who are young, players who can run, not so many superstar players. He doesn't strike me as somebody who wants to pander to somebody who wants to think he's a superstar. We all 100% know Pogba has that. The previous, I'm going to say it like there was a story where after Jose Mourinho got sacked, they went to the training and some of the players were there and they were talking about it. Say, hey man, so he left, and they all knew that Mourinho and Pogba never got along. And Pogba said that, yeah, you see, he shouldn't have fucked with me. That's what he said. And then Carrick immediately went and reprimanded him and said, hey, man, you don't talk like that here, bro. Mate, you don't talk like that. Like, nobody's bigger than the club. So apparently that was why Carrick was a good caretaker and all that nonsense lah. So you have Pogba with that kind of terrible, shitty attitude that nobody likes. Okay, so yes, Gion Pogba shit. I need to start running. Yeah, true that, bro. So now you have Pogba here with a very, very poor attitude and thinks that
Mhm.
he's the biggest, and the agent is fueling this thing. So now he knows with all these niggling injuries he's getting, he's not going to play long. He probably can play 33, then he's going to Qatar or China and then screw up there. That's it. Or play exhibition all the way until he's 36 in PSG, in the
Mhm.
French league. Don't come and tell me French league is strong. Okay, please save that. So, what is this clown thinking now? He must be thinking, hey, I'm supposed to negotiate December. December is over now. I'm only going to come back in February. If January transfers window here, I'm allowed to talk to other clubs. So let's see what the money is. Barcelona is out. Only Real Madrid is the most likely one. I don't think if Manchester wants to send him to a club in the Premier League now, I mean, it'll be crazy. He has to come some decent money, but I think most of the clubs will say that no, we won't spend. We'll wait until the summer. We can get him on the free. So now,
Mhm.
how is he going to find a spot in let me know in the chat, guys, what you think. How are you, he's Pogba going to find a spot on this club in this roster? Number one, when I feel he can still contribute. I don't think Rangnick wants egos in the club. He wants people who bleed. He wants people who die, people who run. classy players like Pogba want to do classy, or long pass and all that. He has to prove himself. So, do you think that Pogba feels that now with Ragni here that now maybe I should think twice and just stay here?
I feel he might as well start doing it lah. I mean, to be really honest, just now actually, we kind of need that little imagination or little creativity from Pogba earlier in the game. Like you said just now, when Fred was trying to do that long pass from the back, and that didn't work. And we know that Pogba is capable of seeing that kind of passes, but again is the attitude. I'm not going to question his ethics, his work ethics, but again, it's the attitude, it's the mindset. Like you said, he's all about the glam. I mean, you can tell with the hair. How many hairstyles he had in a week. Well, suddenly blue lah, suddenly green lah. Don't know whatever shit he's doing with his hair. He spent more time with his hair than time that he actually performed on the field. His hair is more consistent than his performance. So so that's the only thing I see. At first, and earlier this season, when he did that 4 to 6 assists, in the first 2 games, that is how I thought, okay, maybe this Pogba is starting to come out. The Pogba that we want to see, the Pogba we saw in Juventus, and the Pogba that won the World Cup. Then after that, when shit started to go downhill, he went down with them. I think he was the leader that lead the team go downhill as well. So I don't know. I mean, the last time when we have this contract situation, he also went injured. For he also went injured for what I call unrecorded length of time. All right. So I don't know. I look at it. If he does not buy into this idea, I think he should just leave.
Yeah, I think like if you can get good money from him now with Ralph, yeah,
Mhm,
let him get that guy he wants from RB Leipzig. Let Pogba go for on the cheap because,
mhm,
or if not, we will lose him, which has another great clap in the hand for the management of Manchester United lah, for
mhm,
fantastic management, football management sense. So I
mhm,
feel like this guy watching it, he will get a chance if the other guys are really tired and when the international matches come, because the playoffs and all that, whatever. So I think he will get a chance if one of these guys are injured. For example, the same Scott McTominay needs a break after this because now he still can't play, which is a waste. With all these games coming up thick and fast and so many, I felt like he could contribute at least to one or two of these games. If
mhm,
not play a full game, at least play a half or no or 60 minutes. Now he can't, which is also good for Donny. But Donny, only featured second half, and I was like, yo, Rangnick also doesn't want to play Donny. So the next game is going to be young boys. Not really. I'm not going to take too much stock from that. I say league is the one for me. The following game, I'm really really curious because I feel like the ones that are really tired now is Bruno and Ronaldo.
mm.
The rest of them are okay. Sancho is fitness problem, but he's 21, so that's okay. So I look, man, Pogba, get out of the club. All right, Pogba, leave the club, man. Do the honorable thing. Nobody wants to cheer for your name. We all want to cheer for Donny Van de Beek. All right, we all want. Some of them want to cheer for Fred. Okay, Junson wants to say Fred is okay. You can still say I want Donny and Fred as backup. I want Donny to play more. Fred can say, I know he's got value. I ain't shitting on your opinion. Well, I will share on your opinion sometimes, but Fred still has value. I know. I respect the Carricks, the Fletchers, and the Parkinson of the club, but
Mhm,
it's just so sad he doesn't have good passing lah. It's just the heart seems to be skipping so much. And he's very brave. He stands there during the bending. The wall is there. Fred is there. Whatever is there, Fred is there. But the clumsiness and the giving away and the fouls and it's not working for me. Plus, Brazil aren't really that great also. I think like world football wise. So
mhm,
that's that. Anyway, guys, I think pretty much covered everything. Um, Yeah, I think we pretty much got everything here. The whole
mhm.
shebang bang. That was a really superb game. Very nice to watch finally. Not so worried, like we had the control. And we had the
We have the
control
control.
because
Mm.
we were attacking and we were attacking like crazy. Manchester United are a club that were always built on attacking prowess. We always fight, we always attack. We were so nervous in previous games because I think we had to play to a certain strategy and there was no faith in each other. This guy has come in and brought in fresh faces, starting with the two right backs he maintained from Arsenal. He brought in that young Ilanga boy, Ilango, Tamilans all over the place, Indians all over Malaysia. Rejoice. We have one. Ilango came in, if not really, I mean, a few touches here and there, but you can see where the coach's mind is. So far, I'm very thrilled. I'm very happy. I want to thank you all for joining me this late night. I really, really appreciate y'all. Junsen, thank you for joining me on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Cousin Roy.